Welcome back to another episode. Today's guest is another special dancer, as he is not only the founder of Olympiads of Kizomba and the Show Your Style concept. He is also a great entrepreneur and a really, really dope dancer. Let me introduce to you no one else than Laurent. So what do you need to know about Laurent? I'm going to get into this interview and ask him about his first style of dancing, which I will keep a surprise. You should know that he started to dance in his hometown outside Paris. He got interested into couple dance, tried bachata, but ended up with Kizomba. Now, this was many years ago, but he has since then created an empire of his own. He's one of the first people to go online and create an online Kizomba school, but also filming with Show Your Style concept, Olympiads of Kizomba, which is one of the world's biggest Kizomba competitions, and much more. I can't wait to dig into this man's mind, ideas, and experience, so be with me. But first, you already know what to do. Click the subscribe, the comment, and the rating so that we can have more people finding this podcast. And don't forget, you can share your favorite episode. I will read all of them. And for now, let's get it going. All right, welcome to this interview, Laurent. Ba, 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 ba.
Thanks for having me.
It's so great to see you. I don't even know when we saw each other the first time, but I think it was in Sweden Kizomba Festival, maybe
Absolutely.
a couple years ago.
Absolutely.
And I remember like all my crew members, including me, watching your videos from back in the days, and we were like, oh, they're dancing on flat shoes. Oh my gosh, this is so new. And that was like the biggest video with you and Adeline for a time, but it has happened a lot since then.
See, it has happened kind of a trend. And
Yeah.
now it's kind of like ladies, they dance how they want, you know? They can choose between heels and flat.
Yeah.
Before
Yeah.
wasn't especially the case.
No, it wasn't. So I know that you are not, you are the CEO of that trend, and you're also the CEO of a lot of different trends coming out, but we're going to get into it. I have done some background research about you, but first of all,
Really?
I want to ask, yeah, for sure. First of all, I want to ask, where in the world are you located right now?
Right now, I'm in Italy with my wife. And I go often in Paris for my business, for my work or whatever. But yeah, I moved recently in Italy.
Oh, that's great to hear. We're in Italy.
In South Italy, it's like near Bari, Brindisi, those kind of cities.
Wow, I didn't know that. Congratulations to your new move.
It's really like, it feels good to live here.
Oh, yeah, I hope you have warmer than we have in Amsterdam for now.
Absolutely.
All right, so I digged up some information about you because it's always nice for the listener to know a little bit where you're from. So you're going to have to approve me on my pronunciation now of your birth city. Is it called Villeurbanne-Sissonnet?
It's Villepinte.
Oh, Villeurbanne.
Yeah, it's a city near Paris.
Almost right. Almost right.
Yeah, but how how deep are your research? Because you know a lot of things about me now.
Yeah, well, we
You
will
know where I'm
see.
born.
Yeah, I do know. And I do know you have roots from Guadeloupe and Martinique. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that later because I have seen another interview with you where you were saying that's the original souk place, and that
Yeah.
Kizomba was in the beginning for you the bad version of souk. But we can come into that later.
All right.
So tell me a little bit about the city where you grew up, because for me, I feel like the place where we grew up kind of shaped us as a person, at least in the beginning. How can you describe your birthplace and how it impacted you as a person?
So I would not say my birthplace is the place where I grew, because when I was 2 years old, I moved to another place a bit far, and then I moved a lot when I was young. I moved at least maybe 5, 6 times, but there is one place which is called Creil, which is 1 hour in the north of Paris. And I really made myself and my personality into that city, especially as a dancer. And yeah, that city is 1 hour north from Paris. I've begun my dance journey there, my entrepreneur journey there. I've actually everything started there.
Mm. And talking about your dance journey, I do know for a fact that we have something in common. And that is when I started to dance in my first hip hop crew, we got
See.
assigned styles because there was only one crew in the city.
Okay.
And the first style that I got picked to do and to learn on my own was crump.
Really? You studied your dance journey with that?
Yeah, that's in my first hip hop crew. Before, I didn't know the different styles. I just called
Okay.
it street dance. It was a very small city
Okay.
where I'm from. And when I became a part of the hip hop crew, they said, we need one to do locking, we need one to do popping,
Ah.
and then we need somebody to do crump. And T-zer, you're going to get the crump part.
It sounds like the I Am Crew. You know it? You know them?
Yes, I remember. I remember
Yeah,
that.
they are all like different specificities. It was really nice. Yeah, that's nice. This is something we have in common. That's
Yeah,
great.
so tell me about your introduction to crump.
So actually, everyone I think saw the move. Every dancer that call themselves dancer passionate should have seen the movie Rise. That is like a movie documentary about Trump. So when I was 16, I think, um, I was playing basketball, street basketball with my friends, and we all went to the cinema to see that movie. When we went out of the cinema, we were starting to dance crump, even though we didn't know how to dance. And when we went the next day on the basketball shit, we started to dance. We started to do circle like in the movie to dance. And then from this, um, we almost dance scrum every day just without to know how to dance. And we was doing the move of the movie. Then we were starting to watch YouTube videos, and we were starting to reproduce, to improve. Then we were starting to go to event in Paris, because it was like a 30-40 minutes train for us to go in Paris. So we was going in a group, as group in Paris. We was going to Crump event. There is one event that was called Crump Conference. They was bringing crumpers from the US. It was really big event for us. And then from this, we created a fame, because in Crump there is fames. We created a fame, a small fame of the city. With maybe we was maybe 9 or 10, I don't remember, and we was improving together. All right, it was like kind of an escape from boring first, because you know when you are young, you go to school. After school you are bored, all right. And also because I grew in a city where there was a lot of violence, traffic, thing like this, and we was the kind of person that we didn't want to do those kind of thing. All right, that's why we was playing basketball, because all of our friend was trying to, I don't know, to sell drugs or whatever. We wanted to stay far from that. So we focused on something which was first basketball, and then secondary, we was dancing. And that was really great because Crump is one of the best way to express and to push away any energy that you have, either sad energy or happy energy. And it's really like the fact to start Crump at 16 years old allowed me to canalize a lot of energy, thought, and emotion that at 16 years old you used to do it, like the crisis of when you are young at this size. But I didn't do it because of Crump. I stayed kind of a calm young person because I was able to express and to push away some emotion that I had with the dance. And today, like for the dancers, it sounds logic, but when you are 16 years old and you know nothing about life, it's not logic what's happened to you. So it was a really great way. I think it kind of saved me from turning bad into this city where I was living.
Yeah. No, but that I can completely agree with you, because that it is a very expressive style. It's one of the most aggressive, most powerful, extroverted styles within the hip hop genre. And it's I remember just listening to like all these really bad quality songs, like Hall of Fame, like, and it was like the bass was just so like downloading on the lowest YouTube version possible, and and it was raw. It was so raw.
Yeah. Some remixes was horrible. Today when I listen to it, it's horrible. We don't even hear anything, but we was so crazy about those songs before. Yeah, it was like
and the more great gun sounds of clicks and loading magazine, the better. Like
exactly.
Since you also had this Caribbean roots, did you also in your home then listen to completely different music, like souk and dance hall? Was that a part of your parents, your family's type of music choice?
It's like, in my culture, listening music, for example, dancehall, zouk, I do it. I cannot even say since when. I think since I'm born, I'm listening to the song, and there is a lot of social parties in my culture. Like, I think anywhere that there is a Caribbean community, there is a Caribbean nightclub. It's for a reason. It's because it's part of our culture to do parties, and in those socials, everyone dance socially. So I was also dancing those things socially, but it's not even considered, like, actually it's part of, but it's not even considered as my dance journey since I didn't learn to do that. Camp, I was learning, I was studying, it wasn't natural. All the social dance soul I was dancing, and zouk, for me, it sounds like it felt that I didn't study it. That it just natural. It's just in my body. Actually, I studied it since I was a baby, but I didn't feel the learning of that. So I didn't really even consider this. But it's true that meanwhile I was learning crump, I was still going to parties, and during those parties, I was training my dance without even feeling it. That's the thing.
It's so crazy. I wish I could have like seen you back then and see if you were the kind of child / teenager that was like, taking a lot of space, or if you were more like the shy guy on the family parties that always these aunts like, come and dance or whatever. So basically you started on your dance journey, but I do know that you stopped for a while. Like the crumping went into studying and working instead. If I'm right, you studied IT, and then you became a poker dealer.
Absolutely. I precise poker dealer, not a dealer.
Not a dealer, but poker
Yeah,
dealer, like in a
yeah,
casino. Yeah.
absolutely. I worked in a casino for 1 month. Yeah, I
What
worked in the,
was it? What was
like
it? Why did you choose that?
I was I'm still a fan of poker. I love that game. And uh, before, when I was 16 years old, I had my dance friends and my poker friends. I play poker since I'm 16 years old with my brother and some friends, and I was really passionate about that. So when I was studying IT, I stopped. I quit my IT cursus to jump into a professional training to become poker dealer because it was my passion, my second passion after dance. So I succeeded this training. I have a diploma of poker dealer, and I've been taken in a casino in Lille, in north of France, to do the poker dealer. And in France, when you start a new job, you have 1 month or two of trial. You know, you can after 1 month or two, you can just break the contract without any problems or whatever. And a poker dealer work by night, mostly by night. So almost of my almost all of my shift was by night, and I kept doing that. I supported to do that. 25 days after I went almost in depression, and I say I quit because, and at this moment I thought that it was because the work wasn't what I expected from patient. But now, at the end of the day, and with the experience I had on the few last year, it's just that I wasn't made to be an employee, and I'm still not made for it. Like anytime I have the feeling to be an employee, for certain reason that we can talk after, I go in depression. And this my first step into the work in life, I have this feeling. So I just think that is not for me. It's not for my personality. It's not. It's just not made. This format is not made for me.
Wow. That is some strong entrepreneurial vibes quite early.
See, um, if I'm able to talk like this today is because of the internet. Today on internet, everyone I think today have seen at least one video that talk about the entrepreneur mindset, that talk about the value of time and money, to not sell your time for money. But 50 years ago, 100 years ago, there wasn't all of that. Some people was aware of 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 all of these principles, but to spread the information was really hard. So I think there are a lot of people that are not made to work for someone, that the format of the economy of today is not made for them. But since they don't know that there is other possibilities, they just accept the weight of it in their life, but it doesn't mean that they are made for it. It's not because 99% of the population do it and accept it that 99% of them uh, are made for it. That's what I mean. And today is just that with all the videos on YouTube and Facebook and the entrepreneur that share content, yes, to share to sell some training, but at least they share some knowledge. All of that allows us to open our eyes on the system and the society, and allow a lot of entrepreneurs today in 2020, allow them to open their eyes on they are not made for it. Some people are made to be in a system, some others are not made for it. And even I would say some people need a system in their life and some others don't need. And we are a lot of different version of the human being on earth, and all these different versions I even think that there is no real majority. So like I have a lot of conversation around that, and many people can relate to this. And some people, they say, yeah, but you know, it's because today with the internet, you are influenced by people that tell you that money is this, that you can live from your passion, and me, my thought about that is that yes, so many people are influenced by that, but other people, it doesn't come from the videos that they watch on internet. It comes also from a personal experience. And it's my case, because when the first video like this that I saw on internet, I was 25 years old. I was already an entrepreneur. And the first time I felt this feeling, I was 16 years old. So it has nothing to link with the videos on internet. It's just a truly feeling that I had. And I tried many work, and it never worked with me.
Wow. And I have also a lot of questions about your entrepreneurship. We're gonna get there. I'm gonna quickly just go through what happened after the crumping. So you were still friends with you became a part of a hip hop crew. This hip hop crew, and you were training for some while, and then they wanted to do a show with several styles.
Exactly.
You wanted to put, of all the styles you could imagine, you wanted to try bachata. You found Adeline, you tried to put bachata in, but you needed to take a class. Tell me when you walked into DJ Chad's bachata class.
So first, when I was in this hip hop crew, we didn't take hip hop classes. You know, in many let's say country and culture, you want to learn something, you take classes. Okay, we since I can remember, since I started to dance, we never took classes. We just YouTube learn. We was watching videos. We was creating by ourselves. It was the thing. So at the beginning, when I wanted to put bachata into the group, first I saw the video of Ataka Elialimana, and I just wanted to reproduce this video in my show. I just say, Adeline, come in my house. We watch the video and we try to do the same. And we tried actually. And it was terrible. Like we didn't succeed to do it well. Then I talked to that before I was working for airline. And in the airline, I had one chief, one boss. And it was a girl. And I told her that I'm trying to dance bachata. And she was dancing bachata at DJ Shad class. So she was dancing bachata at Parc Football in Paris. And she told me, why you don't go to take classes? And I said, okay, I'm going to take classes. And this is how I arrived in bachata classes in Parc Football. And it was DJ Shad, the teacher.
It's amazing. A lot of people don't know that he also taught bachata. I don't know if he still does.
Yeah, he teach bachata, he teach salsa, he teach zumba. He was teaching Kizomba for a while. He teach samba. He did a lot of things in his life.
Crazy. But it wasn't actually the bachata who stuck with you, because you were lingering around after class, and then the Kizomba class started. But as I mentioned before, you didn't really like Kizomba.
No, you know, I have to admit that at this point, I was influenced by my friends. We was a group of friends, Caribbean friends, for most likely. We was all from Guadeloupe, Martinique, some African people, but most from Guadeloupe, Martinique. And at this time, in the social parties in Paris or whatever, there was kind of a competition between French Caribbean people and Cape Verdean people. All right, like all the Lusophone Caribbean, which is Cape Verdean, all of those kind of guy. Why there was this fight? It was first a musical fight because the Cape Verdean people was doing zouk. We called it Cape Verdean zouk. They was doing zouk that they was actually copying our style of music and just singing Portuguese on it. And even it's not, I had nothing against Cape Verdean people. It's just that because the artists, which was the singer of Caribbean and the singer of Cape Verde, because they was kind of in competition inside our small society, we was also in competition. Like we was also like, yeah, we prefer Caribbean zouk, na 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 na. And because of that, because of this stupid competition that actually has no sense, I was a bit influenced by my friend that we prefer zouk over Kizomba because we was thinking that there was dancing Kizomba when actually there was dancing Passada. And we was like, yeah, no, this is for Cape Verdean, and we dance zouk because Caribbean zouk is better.
So what happened? You took the class and you came back. What was it with Kizomba? How did it make you feel, like physically, when you started dance?
So, I didn't want to take the class first. I took the bachata class, which was terrible because I just found out that I was really poor on the dance floor. Like I was a good dancer, but I was really poor about dancing with someone. I was really poor to lead someone or whatever. Like, and DJ Shadi was really like rude with me when to give me the thing because he was saying, because when you are a dancer and you go to a dance classes, you always, even at the beginning, try to put your flow, your style in the move. And he was saying that he was saying that I wanted to put my flow, my style into it. And he was trying to tell me, try to learn first before to put your thing, because I was dancing by myself and I wasn't properly leading. And he was trying to explain to me that. And so I sit down, and then the Kizomba class start. And I was sure that I would never take the Kizomba class. And the teacher was seeing me seated, and like always in the Kizomba classes, it miss men. Like he was missing men. So he said, like, don't stay like this, like come to us. And I was like, oh, really? Then I stand up to start to help, and then like connection. Oh, and no. Actually it was a problem. It wasn't a problem, but the connection I had was more musical than the dance. The dance wasn't truly something that was making me crazy, but the fact to dance something else, because Kizomba is really similar to zouk, the fact to dance something else on the music I already liked before made me like, but it's new, because in zouk you really turn easily around the same moves, and then it's new. And then I saw, because he was doing the demo, I saw on the demo that there was not only the basics, there was thousands of possibilities. And so it made me felt in love with that.
This is crazy, because this is exactly how we felt in Fuse Fam back home in Sweden. As coming from the hip hop community, we were out dancing salsa and bachata sometimes. And then the Kizomba music, or actually the zouk music, came on, and we were like, whoa, what are we gonna dance on this? And the whole floor emptied. So we were freestyling hip hop on that. We didn't understand what we were supposed to dance on it. All we knew is this was the best music of the entire night. And so that's how we learned. We also didn't really feel connected to the first Kizomba classes we ever took. It was the possibilities with the music that caught our hearts. So it's funny how we felt the same about it.
Exactly. Like I think most people love Kizomba more for the music, and then after for the connection and etc., than the dance itself. I think the music makes a lot.
It makes a lot. It makes a lot. All right. Well, I feel like I could talk with you for hours about this, but we're going to jump a little bit because you started to teach quite fast because you were the only dancer like in your city. You had to bring all the knowledge you learned from these classes and you started growing your following basically. How did it personally change you to go from the student to the teacher? Like as a person, did it change you?
So first of all, I would like to say something about how I became teacher. I would say 99.8% of dancers, teachers, anyone would insult me for what I did, literally. And me, I think that it was the best thing I did ever in my career. Is I started to teach to my friends right after I took my first class. I took my first class on a Monday. I started to teach on the Wednesday. Like on Wednesday, I call all my crew and I say, okay, because I was the leader of the crew. And I said, okay, guys, we're going to put Kizomba in the show that we are doing and you need to learn what the basics. So I will teach you the basic. Actually, I certainly taught the worst class of my life, and I certainly gave them the wrong basics ever. All right, because I didn't even master them. I didn't even know. I just took the class 2 days ago. But actually, when I look back at it, I always did it. Like, when I was 16 and I was learning dance, I was learning from YouTube. I think I was learning in a bad way also. And when I had a new move, I was going with my crew and I was doing my new move and they was like, oh, what is this new move? And then I was showing them how I was doing this move. And they was doing the same with new move. And then they was showing us, it's not actually teach, it's showing, look how I do, look
It's
what
sharing.
I do. Yeah, it's like we share, like I give you the move, you do whatever you want with the move. And the fact to do this, to be able to learn a move and actually try to explain the move right after, made my dance level growing so fast in 1 year than in 1 year with my small team. When we was going in Paris, everyone was recognizing, because the department where we are, it's called WAS, we call it WAS. And everyone in Paris was knowing, this is the small group of WAS. Because we was all our team, because the story actually is that I was teaching to my team, and then really quick, we launched classes in my city. But I didn't teach all the classes. We was all teaching. So I was taking class, I was teaching to them, and they was teaching to students. So actually, if you see it in the eyes of a teacher, is terrible. All the teacher, they are bad. Everyone teach more or less stuff, things like this, and it's really horrible. But actually, all my team was learning something and had to make it clear in their mind to explain it to students. It actually creates a level up to everyone that in 1 year, when we was going to Paris, which was the highest level of the country or whatever, we was like, people was running to dance with us. Also the follow that the lead, they was running to dance with us because we was the small team of WAS that was dancing super good. And when I look back at it, I will not recommend anyone to teach when they are beginner, because I was beginner. But I would open their eyes on the benefit that it can bring to them to have to visualize and understand in a clear way in their mind the moves, to be able to master it in another way than just taking classes.
This is so interesting because for me, this is hip hop mentality.
Yeah, absolutely.
And because as I said, like as I told you with my crew, we got assigned styles. I also had to look for Rice documentary, Stomp the Yard, Tie-Dyes this, Miss Prissy that, and whatever I could find, we rotated styles to teach each other. So we all had to learn breaking. We all had to learn popping and crump and dance hall because for us, we thought that that is what you need to know. You need to know all the styles, at least a little bit. And so for this, each one teach one, and sharing is caring, and passing on the little you know in order to grow the style big enough so that in the future you can bring other teachers. You have to share what you can. So I completely agree with you because I would also, looking back now, seeing that whatever we taught in Kizomba, the first class, was what we thought. We had no idea about the names, the history, no nothing. But in order to grow our little community, it was needed for us to share whatever we had. Because not everyone has the possibility to travel. And that is the fact as well. So I think that this is very clear in hip hop culture. This is nothing wrong and nothing weird. But I agree with you. It is, because then suddenly you have to concentrate on what you're doing and not just freestyle everything in order for you to pass it on.
In hip hop mentality, there is a difference between a dancer and a teacher. And some dancer, when you say, I'm just a dancer, and you teach, you actually don't teach, you share. And there are the teachers that actually teach because they master. But it's totally okay to be a dancer that share. It's totally okay. There are many, many classes of hip hop that I see through the world that the teacher is more in the sharing mood. Okay, look how we do this move. He doesn't even explain. He shows, all right? And this is okay. It's sharing. And then there are like intensive bootcamp where the teacher really teach the mastering of it. But all aspect of teaching is accepted and is welcome a certain moment of your dance journey. Comparing, for example, Kizomba, when I see today that if you don't have 50 years of experience and you didn't win all the competition that exists, you cannot be teacher, you know? And this is one part of Kizomba that I don't agree with, that I don't talk because people, they, for example, on Facebook, they go to debates. I don't participate because I know it's useless. But my mentality is really like anyone that come to me and say, Laurent, when do you think I should start to teach? I don't think I'm ready to teach. No. I all tell them the same. I tell them, listen, the only way to be ready to teach is to start to teach. If you don't start to teach, you will never be ready. And the only thing you need to know is to be honest with your student, is to say to your student, listen, I'm a dancer. I know how to do some things. Today, I'm going to share with you. I'm not God. I don't know anything, but I'm going to share with you. And you will see that the students, sometimes they even prefer a teacher like this than a teacher that pretends to know everything. So to go back on your question, how it affect me as a person to teach, I was already teaching to my crew in a small group of people. But the fact to start to teach Kizomba started to grow the number of students, and it started to be really more serious. And basically me, I'm someone that is, I'm really introvert. And teaching allowed me to master my, how to say, to master the bridge between my inner and my outside person. You get my point? This is like to resume in one sentence, what teaching brings me as a person is to create the bridge between my inside and my outside.
Before we go back into this episode, I want to take the time to shout out this episode's sponsors, Be Fit and Sensual. I have been working with Be Fit and Sensual's Dancers Bootcamp online program for a while now, and I know from first-hand experience that it works. So what is Be Fit and Sensual except worldwide coaching individually one by one? Well, it's also Dancers Bootcamp online. Now, listen up to this. Dancers Bootcamp Online is the #1 world platform for us dancers who want to train dance specific with easy follow along videos. Not only do you have tons of workout videos inside Dancers Bootcamp Online, but you also become a part of this global movement and community with like minded dancers whose goal is to become better each and every day. Not only do you have weekly updated schedules, for the ones who want help to build their own workout routine, you also have 2 full 30-day challenges with dance specific workouts only. Then you have different sections focused on different parts of the body. Let me tell you some examples. You have the abdominal section, Bachata booty section, nutrition guidance, dancers mastermind if you really want to get into master your own mind, and also stretching for dancers, flexibility, knee rehab for dancers, and kettlebell flow for dancers. On top of all this, you also have weekly webinars and live workouts with Coach Sebastian, and you get a free coaching call with the team whenever you feel like you need it. Listen, I would never promote this if I hadn't tried it myself. I tell you, throughout Corona, this has been a life savior for me as a dancer when I couldn't go to classes or anything else. And I truly support the dance specific training that Sebastian and the team of Be Fit and Sensual are doing. So if this sounds good to you, it's getting even better because we have our own promo code. When you are writing in a live story in one word, ALIVE story in one word, you now get 25% discount on the monthly membership as long as you stay. You can cancel whenever you want and there's no startup fee or hidden costs. So if you have any other questions about training or nutrition, never hesitate to reach out to Sebastian at his social media for personal guidance. By dancers, for dancers.
That's so interesting because I also heard in another interview that you said like, yeah, it taught me how to be a leader. It taught me how to lead others. And what a skill to have, because later on you created your own team, just specifically in Kizomba, the SYS team. And we have all around the world seen how you've been very, very good at promoting your team members. It's not just been Laurent and the team, it's been really pushing them to become their own individual unique styles and having their own kind of brands at the same time as connected. Can you tell me a little bit about your thoughts just from like a, I don't know if it's a marketing aspect or if it's because you are more of an introvert and rather want to push everyone, or it's because you had a hip hop team mentality. But tell me some things about the thoughts you had when you created this SYS team and what your goals was with doing that.
About Cisco and the concept of show your style and all this marketing aspect, let's say, it was, how to say, it was using my knowledge from before, because I also before Kizomba used to lead a group. It was using my knowledge of before and learning other knowledge on the side, which is video creator. I was starting to learn video on those time. Marketing, social media marketing to promote the project, to promote the concept, etc. And it was just part of my, let's say, my journey and the growing my knowledge as an entrepreneur. And today, even when I studied, it sound it sounds logic for me to create this crew in Kizomba. Why? Because I come from the urban scene, which is hip hop and all the street dances. And in the urban scene, there is crew everywhere. It works with crew. It's everyone has a team, everyone has a crew, everyone has a family, everyone build a show. Nah, nah. I arrived in a scene where it's 100% social. There were really few performance in Kizomba because we was linked to the salsa scene, and salsa show and bachata show was killing Kizomba show even today still. We cannot compare. So me, I love the performance side. I love both. I love social. I love to socialize because I come from Zouk, so it was good. But I wanted also to perform, to create choreographies, to what I was missing from the urban scene. So I used all my knowledge and also my principles because it's like when I was starting to teach. Okay, I want my crew to dance Kizomba. So teach them. Okay, I teach them. Let's go. When many people would say, okay, I want my team to dance, teach them. Yeah, but I cannot teach them. I don't have the knowledge. And many people would have this reflection. I always in my life been in a mindset of you want to do something, do. And even if it's bullshit, it's okay. You're going to manage it. All right. So here I did the same. I wanted to develop the performance side of Kizomba. I wanted to use Kizomba to perform, to have back this feeling of dance, not just socialize, also dancing. So I create a crew, and we did what I always dreamed. It was to create choreographies on song that was really punchy, and I was also videos has been part of my journey because to say something about video. I wasn't a video maker before to start Kizomba. Is that when I started Kizomba, I started in 2012. So in 2013, like I told you, 1 year after, all my team, we was starting to be really good dancer, even for the Parisian level. So DJ Shad started the France Kizomba Tour, which was the first edition of national competition of Kizomba in France. And because we was feeling we had a good level with the thing, and because I was kind of the leader of the group, so as a leader of the group that should be the best level of the group, I participate to this competition with Adeline because we was the leader of the group as a dancer. And with many obstacles, we end up winning this competition. When we won this competition, DJ Shot told us, now create a Facebook page and do videos. And I didn't know how to do video at all. The only thing that we had before, it was starting to be good videos with smartphones. So I started to do video with smartphone. And the fact to create this first video, which is technical step 2 that you can still find on YouTube today, back in 2013, I liked to do this video. So I said to Adeline, let's do more videos. Let's do other videos. So I bought my first camera. I learned a lot. I spent entire nights to do the editing of the videos. And then, because I was just liking it, I was like, I need to do videos. Okay, let's buy a camera. But you don't know how to use it. It's okay. I buy and I will see after. Like, I've always been a bit like this in my life. Like, let's do this. I don't know. Okay, let's do. We manage after. And I bought my camera, thousands of euros. That was a mistake. And I sold the camera. I bought a new one. And all of this, all my project that I was just doing because I wanted to do, taught me things. And Cisco is the same, is that I want to perform. Okay, so let's perform. I want a crew. Okay, let's build a crew. I love the style because at this moment, it was in 2015. It was the start of the LS style on YouTube. All the videos were at the end of the class, all the students do the choreo, perform the choreo with the cameraman that was doing this. And me, at this moment, I was already doing videos for myself. So I was thinking, but you know what? They do a choreo, and at the end of the class, the student do the choreo and they record the student. I was like, I want to do the same in Kizomba. I want to do a great choreo, and at the end of the class, we record the student. So it's how created, because it wasn't something normal in Kizomba. I had to create a concept. In hip hop, it's not a concept. It's just normal. It's the end of the class. The student we do a video, cool. And I have to admit that LA, they made it normal. Today, everyone do it, but it started in LA with the video of Trisha Miranda, Timmy, like in the Millennium Dance Studio in LA. It started there, but they didn't need in hip hop to explain what was the concept. In Kizomba, if I would come and I say at the end of the class, okay, every student you come, they would look at me like, huh? I came to learn to dance tonight at the party, not face to a camera. So I created a concept that is called Show Your Style that express exactly what it is. It's like, come learn a choreo to have kind of a line of the workshop and then show your style. And then from the show your style, I understood that I could not do everything myself. I could not do choreographer and videographer and organizer and everything. So I said, I will let the choreography to people that are trained for, which is a team. And I always love to help people. I always love to train people, to lead people. So it was logical for me to build a team. So I organized the casting in Paris to build a team that I would train if they needed to train, etc. And like everything, like, I want to do that. Okay, let's do it. But you don't know how to do that. It's okay. Let's do it. And after we see. I do, and after I optimize. And then I did. And after I started to because I already, in 2015 with Adeline, we already started to have some traction, some followers. And because we was sharing the concept on our page, so the Kizomba scene started to know the conceptual style. And when I understood that the power of being followed in the thing, then I understood that I should make people follow, like I should create, this is what I was always explaining to the CISCO. I was explaining them that show your style is like an artist, is like one artist. The more show your style, the artists grow, the more the team grow. So if all the team work for the artist of show your style, then all the team goes with the artist. And it worked for years. We lived the wonderful moment with the show style concept. And yeah, like I learned a lot. It made me learn a lot, and it was really great.
I cannot do anything else but agree. I've been on 3 show your style videos, and I love
even more, I think.
I love the concept as a performer. You know, for me, this is what makes the most sense, and that where I can really exactly. Express. So I love it. I hope you don't stop. I hope we can, you know, take it even to a more crazy level. I know the Halloween version was was big with all the makeup and everything. It was great.
Yeah.
Was this also the mentality you went in with when you decided to create Olympiads of Kizomba?
Exactly. Actually, I created Show Your Style in Olympiad of Kizomba the same year, because my goal in this September, I think it was September 2015, if I don't wrong, September 2015, I took a decision. I said, I'm going to run a project that's going to develop the performance side of Kizomba. So Show Your Style was one of them. And Olympiad, I posted the event of Olympiad in September. For Olympiad in June, the time for people to prepare. And the goal was to really develop the competition side of Kizomba, because the only competition at that time, not the only, but let's say the biggest competition at that time was African Dancer. And African Dancer was a great competition, but with a lot of controversy. Like, actually, if you wanted to do African Dancer and you wanted to train to win African Dancer, you could train nothing. Like, there is nothing if you become good like this, you can win African dancer. There was like, you could be the best dancer of the world and lose African dancer. All right. Like some people would say it's the same in any dance, but not really, because, for example, if you look at hip hop, the biggest competition of France, and I guess the biggest competition of the world at this time, for the debout, it was Just Debout. And Just Debout, there was categories that if you was super strong in popping, you had chance to win the popping category. If you was super strong in locking, you had chance to win locking. In African dancer, if you was super strong in samba, you could not win African dancer. If you was super strong in, at that time, it just came out the word urban keys, it wasn't sure. Like it wasn't, you didn't have more chance to win African dancer because it was just not really clear what was required to win African dancer. And because of this, myself, that I wanted to do African dancer, that I was a competitor, myself, I wanted to do it. But before to do competition, I want to know how the competition is run, how it works, what's happened there. And it was totally blur. Like everyone was like, I don't understand why, I don't understand why, I don't understand why. So I said, okay, I understand why people don't really do a competition, because it's not clear, because maybe it's not their style and they don't know what to do. So I will create a competition that is going to be the clearest possible. Like when I studied Olympiad, it was, I want people to start to train to develop performance. And second, I want the most transparent competition ever in the Kizomba scene. And this transparency held to first categories. Like this, there is no, this was not Kizomba. No, you when you register, I'm registering into this category. I'm going to do this. And second, transparency about the note. The judges show the notes live. You have this note from these judges. Like there is no, because African dancer, there is one moment that shocked me. Is the moment where all the judges, they finish to put the note. They take all the papers of the judges and they go behind with the president of the judges. They go behind, and they come back. Okay, the winner is this person, and the competitors, because I had one friend that was doing the competition at this moment. The competitors, they have no access to the note. They don't know why they lose. They don't know what they was looking for. They knew the criteria before, but they don't even know what is on the paper. Like it was totally blur. And I was like, but this is not logic. Like there is a winner. Congratulations to the winner. And all the losers, they at least can learn why they lose, what they can improve. And actually in this competition, no. So I was like, instead of criticizing something that already exists, do your own, do your version, do your vision. And if people like it, they will come to your thing and your thing will work. It's like today, there is some people that tell me, yeah, Laurent, you see, there is Battle Keys. Battle Keys is trying to beat Olympiad. I say, no. Battle Keys is from a guy that comes from hip hop and he loves battles. He was already organizing battles in hip hop. He wants to bring his vision, his way to see the dance into the scene. And he succeeds, and it's good, and it's working well. And if people tomorrow, they prefer to go to Battle Keys than Olympiad, but that's fine. Because for a while, people prefer to go to Olympiad to African dancer. And I was happy. So if the next generation of competition can come, it can come. And if people still love Olympiad, they will still come in Olympiad. It's not a question of competition or what. It's a question of what do you bring on the table. It's like a business. There is thousands of brands of smartphone. Everyone choose the smartphone they love. There is a majority of Samsung, a majority of iPhone, okay, but people buy what they love. In the dance is the same. People go watch and do what they like. African dancer, Olympiad, Battle Keys, or any other competition, people consume what they like. And this this is why Olympiad has been a success. This is why Sure has been a success, because people liked it and they adopt it. And I was really proud of it.
Yeah, for sure. And it's also, as you say, there's room for everything. And if there's
Absolutely.
not a different types of versions of competitions or events or concepts or whatever, then the style won't grow. So this is a way for the scene to definitely grow. And I'm so
Absolutely.
I'm proud to have been a part of the Olympiads too. It's a great and very challenging competition that really puts, like Kizomba is a hard style and it has several categories. And you can be, as you say, super good at one thing. It doesn't mean you will come all the way to the final. It's
Exactly.
really, really hard work. So I'm also grateful for that experience. And I'm definitely very, very happy to see that there's something that is out there that can push dancers like us, like
Train.
others, to train and
Mhm.
also to feel the heat.
Exactly.
Because social couple dancers don't always feel this competition element, and it's not for everyone.
And the
But
opposite too sometimes.
yeah,
The
yeah,
opposite too. Someone that can great at the competition can just not want, not like, or not fit on the social dancing.
for sure.
Yeah.
So you have already done a lot, and now you're going online as well with your new online school. Tell me a little bit about the online school and maybe this retreat that you're also talking about.
So I studied my online school 1 year after all of this concept. In 2016. So why I studied that? Many people still think today that I studied my online school for money, which is absolutely not true. I studied this school as a strategy for my career. Basically, I didn't want to ask to do money with online teaching. It's after that it came out that I needed actually to ask money because it was really expensive to rent rooms, to buy cameras, to buy material, and then after I will explain how it come. Basically, it was a strategy. Why? Because it appears that many people knows me as a great dancer. They love my dance, but with my experience and the fact that I was seeing, I am a better teacher than a dancer. There are crazy better dancer than me out there, and I see them that they are better dancer than me. Where I'm the most confident in my knowledge is to teaching. It's really where I'm the most confident. And one day I saw a teacher of singing, a singing teacher that was publishing some part of his class on YouTube because he wanted to promote his classes. And one day, one big singer, I think it was Justin Timberlake, something like this, found out his videos of teaching, and he saw the technique of teaching of the teacher, and he decided to call the teacher, the singing teacher. So at this moment in 2016, I wanted to get bookings, to develop my career as an international teacher. And I was like, but a good dancer is not especially a good teacher. But why can't I just show both? I can show my dancing knowledge and I can show my teaching knowledge. So I wanted to create tutorials to show to people and organizers that I could teach and that they can hire me to teach, that I have teaching knowledge. All right. And because it was one of my strengths at this moment, it was the moment when I started to watch videos about entrepreneurship, you're right, about business, how to build a business. And they all say, and it's true, that you need to show off your qualities. You need to show off who you are and what you are the best of. Because when people arrive to your store or whatever, they need to see clearly what is your strength. You need to push your strength. And my strength was, yes, dancing, but also teaching. So basically, I created the dance school just to show my strength. When I started to do that, I thought it was easy. I was already knowing how to do videos, but doing tutorial and doing dance videos is two different worlds. Absolutely, I needed to learn everything back. And when I build this knowledge, because I record. When I built this knowledge, I just found out that I loved to record. I loved to create videos. I loved this kind of job of a video maker. So what I said, okay, that can be a good thing. So I will keep doing a lot of projects around videos. And I received one email that I still have. I received one email of one person from Japan that sent me an email and said, listen, I'm in Japan. I don't remember which city. I have no Kizomba classes at all. The first Kizomba class that I know, I need to take a flight of 8 hours to take this class. And it's with a teacher that is not as strong as you. He said, I started to learn Kizomba with your tutorials with my wife. And we talked to that to some friends. And now we are a group of 16 people learning Kizomba, because before I was posting every week. We are a group of 16 people learning Kizomba with your tutorial every week. And this made me realize, because I was also watching some videos on the side that was saying, if you want to have a healthy business, offer to people something that they need. And many people around the world want to take Kizomba classes, but they don't have Kizomba classes around them. I also have some friends in Australia. They have one festival per year and nothing else around. So it was actually a solution for those kind of people. And from this email and from this, I just decided to take it seriously and to produce more. So just to say that before, at this time, there was a lot, not like today, but there was plenty of Kizomba tutorial on YouTube. But there was no updated Kizomba tutorial. Let's say clearly there was no Urban Kiz tutorial. There was only Kizomba basic tutorial. And me, I did the basic in 1 week. And after I did only moves, beginner, intermediate, and advanced. I think at this moment, I already had 50 tutorial on my channel. And people, they was amazed that there was that much content comparing the others that was just doing the basics. And they say, okay, you have the basics. Okay, so now come to my classes. Yeah, but they cannot. So they could not. So I discovered that it could help people. It could save. It could make money. It could make people save money instead to travel to take classes. And actually, I received many teachers messages from teachers that was telling me, yeah, you are killing the job. Now people will not go to classes anymore if they can learn at home, which is totally not true, because they actually learn at home. And when they have the opportunity to go to classes, they go to classes also. And they have already a bit more knowledge to take the classes. So actually just help the community more than anything else. And it just became more serious with the years, and until to become like today, which is today, it's a real business that help people. All the money that the people pay, because it's a monthly subscription, all the money that people pay, I use it to pay a team of cameraman, of video man, or video maker, plus the teachers. I pay the teachers that come, and it provides new content every month for the people. And most of them, they are truly happy to have content every month from teachers in Paris or from teachers that they love. And it's something that actually it provides a really great value to the good audience. And I'm really proud of this. I never, like my dance career, I never expect me to become an international teacher. And I never expect this school to work that much, to help people that much. And I'm really, really proud of it. And I will continue. I will, because today it's going to be my main job. I will also open schools in other dances. So it's like one of my achievements that I'm the most proud of it. About my retreat, it's another topic, but it's true that the fact to see, because online Kizomba School and also Self Dance, because I also did Self Dance, which is online Kizomba School, but in French. And Self Dance is different because there is also bachata tutorials on it. But all right. Those things made me, because I was doing it by my own for a while. And then it became so big that I needed to build a company. Because I was just before international teacher, which is, let's say, a small company in France. You can be, it's like a personal company. And the fact to start these online classes, I arrived to the point that I could not do it personally anymore. I needed to build an entire company to manage fiscally, about the fiscality, about the money, about the papers, about the rights. I needed to build a own company. So building this company and having project to make this company survive just showed me that maybe it was time to focus a bit on that. Okay. And in the other side, I had so I took this decision in 2018. So I had 6 years of being a Kizomba teacher, international Kizomba teacher, 4 years traveling almost every weekend. And I was really getting not tired, but I was really starting to feel that, life is short. Many people act and live their life like they have time. I realized at 25 years old that I'm not going to do that. And Kizomba is not all my life. I want to discover stuff. It's wonderful to be an international teacher, but it has been wonderful for 6 years. And then 6 years, it's already a lot in my life, 6 years. We don't have a lot of 6 years in our lives. So I want to also discover other stuff in life. I want, when I decided that, I was 26 years old. I was starting to think, okay, maybe I need to pass to another side of my life to think about building a family or whatever. Me, I don't really see me building a family and traveling every weekend. It's not really in my way to see a family. So I said, okay, maybe it's time to start the transition. So it was in 2018. Maybe it's time to start the transition. But I was still loving, especially I was loving to teach Kizomba more than dancing at the party or socializing. My thing was really to teach that I loved. So what I did is that I said, okay, we are in 2018. In 2019, I want to pass, because I was 20% online and 80% live. And I say I want to pass 50%, 50-50 in 2019. Actually, it happened at the end of 2018. It went really fast. And I said, okay, now I'm 50. Like in 2019, I took half booking, 2 bookings per month. And I felt really great because I was too much traveling. I was too much into this. So it felt really great that I lowered the amount of booking, and I had more time for me. I had more time to pass with my girlfriend. I was more time to build my life. And I said, okay, in 2020, I want to pass 80% online and 20% live. So at the beginning, it was like actually because I could not prevent coronavirus, but all the bookings that you take, it's minimum 1 year before. Because every festival is organized 1 year before, so they book as soon as possible, so it's 1 year before. So I was already starting to accept one festival per month in 2020. And at the beginning of 2020, actually, I just felt that it was enough. I really felt like, I think it was December 2019. I felt, okay, I really feel it's enough. And I think I need to turn this page of my life and I need to do something else. So I just didn't want to stop at all because I still love teaching and it's still a good hobby. But I wanted to do occasional Kizomba intervention or Kizomba events, really maybe 1, 2 times, 3 times a year, or maybe do some boot camp in Paris, or maybe do my certification that I still love to do. I wanted to do only this and all the rest to do something else. Start producing small videos, thing like this. Start producing artists also, because I was producing artists. And I took the decision in December 2019 that I will refuse all the booking. I will simply stop to travel, and I will do only bootcamp in Paris by my own, that thing that I organize, and some events for my close friend. For example, I have Charles Hogarth, that is an organizer in Texas, that is really my close friend, that I would still go to his festival even as a guest, or I have some friend that organize some festival, that just to be with friends, all right, and be online and organize a thing in Paris. And when I took this decision to stop traveling, we was in like, I really took it, and then I let me time to think about it. Arrived March 2020, COVID, and then COVID confirmed. COVID confirmed, like, okay, it's now and not like, no, you cannot go back in this decision. It's like this and not another way. So yeah, with all these things, I let's say I choose to take my retreat.
Wow, what a journey. I feel like I could talk with you a whole day about everything that you've been learning so far.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we're running out of time on this interview, and I am going to end it by having you filling in some blanks. So this is a part of the interview where I'm basically saying a start of a sentence, and you are going to end it personally from your opinion with one word or with an end of my sentence.
Okay.
Okay. So for example, if I could learn a new skill today, it would be
copywriting.
Oh, okay. Very mature answer. That's great. Okay. Success means for me personally,
having free time.
Ooh, that's also a mature answer. You've been thinking a lot about this, I can tell.
A lot.
One of my proudest moments in life was...
Can I have 1 hour to think about it?
Unfortunately not.
There are so many. You say one of?
Yeah, one of. The first that comes to mind, a proudest moment.
Okay. One of those was when I crossed 2 years with my girlfriend.
Oh.
All my relationship in my life stopped at 2 years. And with my girlfriend, we crossed 2 years, and I was proud to be able to stay longer, like to cross that level.
And how long have you been together now?
Now, like in March, it's going to be 3 years. Like it was like this year. This year we crossed 2 years.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's
You know,
amazing.
I can hear so many people now listening to that, like, 2 years. I'm with my husband since 10 years. He's a baby, like, for sure. But for me, it was an accomplishment. Like,
Yeah.
I'm 29 years old, and I'm 29 years old. I could not spend more than 2 years with a girlfriend. It's like, for me, it was a good accomplishment.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, we're the same age too. I'm also 29.
Really?
I'm telling, yeah.
Next year we are young. We are not young anymore.
Oh, well, I'm turning in the end of November. Bruh,
Yeah.
I'm going 30-30. That's it.
Miss October, yeah, but we cannot avoid it.
All right, next one. Um, if I could describe a moment in my life when I knew I needed to change, it would be.
Can I have another hour to think about that? The first time I saw an inspirational video in English, which was Princey A. The video is most people die after 25 years old. And I was 25 years old. And when I watched this video, it literally changed something in me. And I think it's when I became an adult. I really think it was this exact moment, because I really realized that I was living my life like I had several lives. And that from this moment, I really started, it was the beginning of my journey of being aware that we have only one life, that is going to be short, and that we need to make the most of it.
Pen drop out. Listen, Laurent, I think that was a great ending of this interview. And I think that sums up the mentality, your drive, what fuels you. And we haven't even got into started on your vision, but I kind of want to leave the mic to you and just let us know what are we going to look out for when it comes to you, future-wise, vision-wise? Where can we find more information about you? Where should my listeners follow you? The mic is yours.
All right. So thank you everyone for listening this long interview. I have the feeling that I talked a lot. I hope it can inspire you guys. And you can find anything about me on my Facebook page, Laurent Yìshù, on my Instagram, Laurent Yìshù, on my YouTube, Yìshù Media. Anytime you're going to type Yìshù or Kizomba Laurent, you will find anything about me. And future-wise, I'm not going to be a lot in festivals. If it's not going to be at all in festival, I just have a few festivals next year that has been reported that I will do, but it's going to be the last festival. So I don't think I'm going to cross some Kizomba people live, but I will be online. You can always find my teaching online on onlinekizomba.school.com, or if you go to my page, you will find also my website. You will find a lot of things about me. And what you can expect from me, I don't know yet. The only thing I know is that I'm going to turn the page. I'm still going to be let's say, present on social media. So for example, if someone needs to send me a message, I'm still a human being and still going to respond or talk or speak. But I'm going to turn the page and I'm going to maybe share some project that I have for the Kizomba people that are following me. So now I'm diving into the production, the video production. I'm going to start to maybe produce some small movie, short movie, or I will go into that scene. I think is the next chapter of my life. So I hope some part of this story will inspire you guys. If you are in a phase of your life that you are maybe asking questions to yourself, the only thing that I can say is that the worst thing that you can do is to not do something that you wanted to do, because regret is the heaviest pain ever.
Thank you so much, Laurent. This has been super inspiring, and I hope you understand that we need to do a volume 2 in the future. Thank you for everything you've been doing for our scene. I definitely not only been dancing with you, but also look up to you as an entrepreneur within the Kizomba scene, but also in general. So please continue what you're doing. Can't wait to see you online.
I appreciate it.
In real life soon.
I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.